Hi, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a very exciting vlog today because we've come to the end of Villefranche Beach and we're going to go off-grid because our lovely friends at Bluetti have sent us a solar-powered charging station which we're going to test in preparation for our off-grid trip to Italy. Well, Mr. Boo, this is very exciting, and before we get going I should say a big thanks to Bluetti for sending us this review device, but I should also say that in the process of our testing we are going to be scrupulously honest, aren't we, Mr. Boo?
Absolutely.
And we're going to test it. So let's get stuck in, as they say, and see what's in the box. This is the AC50S. Oh, it's quite beefy, Mr. Boo. So here we go. In the top of the box we have another box. It's like a Russian doll, except Russian dolls are banned these days, aren't they, on account of wah. So here is the charger. This is the charger that you can use to charge the power station up in your domestic box, Mr. Boo, before you leave home.
Oh, you plug that in at home?
You can plug this in at home, so you don't necessarily have to use the solar. In here we've got the various charging cables which attach the Bluetti to the solar, and there's a USB-C to USB-C cable for attaching an iPhone or an iPad or a GoPro, and there's also, interestingly, a cable for a cigarette lighter on a car. It always seems so strange that cars still have cigarette lighters, but they do. So if you've got a proper car, not a quadricycle, you can plug this in and you can charge the Bluetti up on the way to, say, your campsite or to your boat or to your caravan, or on the way to filming a exciting vlog, looking for some pyramids. We enjoyed that one. So there are the cables. In here you've got some instructions, 500 watt-hour portable power station user manual. So that's the first box. Exciting. Put this down here. You okay, Halloween? Oh yeah, she's having a nap, I think. I'm not sure tech reviews are quite her thing.
No.
She'd like dog products, wouldn't she, probably?
Yes, feel free to send us dog products and dog food. Or dog
For
toys.
review.
Dog toys to be reviewed.
For review. And here it is, the grand unveiling.
Ooh,
take off the
it's blue.
plastic. It matches the car, sort of, doesn't it, Mr. Boo? Get rid of the box, as they say on all episodes of Blue Peter. And here is, talking of Blue Peter, the Bluetti. Power oak on top, it says, and this is our power station. Now essentially what this is a giant external battery pack. So you've all got these for your iPhone or your iPad that you plug in an emergency. Well, this is a whopper. This is like a boombox. It's about 6 kilos. Not that heavy, actually. I mean, you know, I could go down the beach and play some tunes with all my young friends.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Kind of.
And what you've got on the front are a multitude of sockets. Let's turn it on. Power it up, you're holding the thing, and you can see on the dial there the battery has come up, and it's showing a full charge. Now interestingly, what this thing also has on top, as well as all these external power sockets, is something to charge your MagSafe phone on. So you quite literally put that on there, press the DC, and there you can see it. My phone is now charging, and I think it's charging at a sort of 10 watt rate, so that's pretty reasonable for MagSafe. But the crucial bit is all of these on the front. How exciting are these? You've got 4 USB-A chargers. You've got a power delivery 15 watt charger, so that's a quick charger for sort of an iPad or an iPhone or any other associated device. You've got 2 DC out ports, and then you've got 2 conventional sockets. These are obviously French because we're in French France, But if you were to order this, I guess in Britain or America, they will come with your normal standard sockets for the country of purchase.
So you can plug normal things in, like normal plugs?
You can plug anything into there in theory, or well, we're going to try that. In theory, you could plug your kettle in. You could plug your heated tongs in, Mr. Boo. All kinds of domestic appliances, but that's what we're going to try in this video. We're going to try all of our stuff to make sure it actually works. When we've done that, what we're going to go on and do is recharge the Bluetti with the solar paneling, and then we're going to have a go at actually charging Elton with it. So this is just a small cross section of what we take out with us in Elton every time we go filming. Here's the drone remote controller. Here's one external battery pack. Here's another external battery pack, which is when we go into the fields looking for pyramids, we have to take with us. Here is a recharger for the GoPro batteries, so that when we take them out every sort of 40 minutes, we put them in here. These recharge in the car, we replace them, and we can carry on filming. Here's one of the 2 GoPros we use. The other one is up there on the car. Here is the recharger for the wireless microphones, which are these beautiful little things here that Rode kindly supply. Here is our Bluetooth speaker, so we can play Pandemonium constantly in the cab.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
And here is my wonderful iPad Pro, complete with its editor's keys, special cover which goes over the normal keyboard to enable me to edit the videos in Lumafusion. This isn't electric, this is just a Joby. We also sometimes have a 360 camera, but I can't find it. It's gone somewhere. So you can see that it's quite a task to keep all these things charged up throughout a full day away, and it's going to be a lot more of a task for us when we go to Italy, Mr. Boo, isn't it?
It is, but we can't plug in.
Because we may not be able to plug in, or there may be long gaps between being able to plug in. So this is where we are hoping this device comes in. So let's just see how we do. If we turn on the AC here as well, so we've got DC and AC, AC/DC, and there's a very good play called AC/DC as well, not just a band. So let's see what we can plug into here. So firstly, this is the GoPro battery charger, GoPro spare battery charger, and we can push that into the USB here. And I don't know if you can see that in the bright lights, but you can see the lights on, they're all charging. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to, you could plug this directly into the power delivery, so USB-C to USB-C, and that would be a quicker way of doing it. After a bit of fiddling in the back of the car with my old cables, I've managed to plug everything in. Let's see how many devices we've got charging. We've got the GoPro remote control, 1. We've got the GoPro camera, 2. We've got the JBL Bluetooth speaker, 3. We've got the drone itself, 4. We've got the GoPro batteries, 5. We've got the old iPhone 6. We've got the wireless microphones, 7. We've got the iPad, 8. And on top here, just for good measure, we've got the iPhone 13 Pro Max charging. And let me just double check, they are in fact all charging. So you can see just how much stuff you can charge at once on this thing. You can also, as I've done, if you're using splitters, you can add even more. So I think potentially you could sort of charge, I don't know, up to 15 devices. Now, you may be thinking, ooh, that sounds a bit dangerous. What if it goes wrong? Well, as far as I understand it, there is a trip device in this, which is a bit like a fuse, and basically if it gets overloaded and the fan's having to work too hard, it just turns off, and in order to reset it, you simply press the relevant power button for 2 seconds and it resets. Easy. But at the minute, that is charging all our devices all at once. And our idea is that this goes in the front of the car where the suitcase little section of the quadricycle is, just sits on the floor beneath Mr. Boo's legs.
You can imagine that without that, just how many bits of battery that we have for all these things. And also for charging these things at home, we have cables on cables on cables.
Our entire life, most of the stress of the channel, apart from shouting at me shouting at Mr. Boo because I'm shouting at myself, involves charging, involves cables, involves wires. We will show you inside the car and you'll just get to see just how many wires there are, because of course the car is wired up for microphones, etc. The technical bit we don't greatly enjoy. Anyway, so everything is on charge. So that will be, and you can feel a little bit of warmth coming off this device, this will actually now be reducing in power. So whilst this reduces in power, what we're going to do is unpack the Bluetti solar panel, and we're then going to try and recharge the Bluetti with the power of that thing up there that costs nothing and saves the planet. And then our ultimate challenge, we're going to try and charge Elton himself. So this is the solar panel. It should just say that this doesn't come with that. This is a separate purchase as far as I know. We will put a link to this product in the description of the video, of course. So let's see what we get in this box. It's like Christmas, Mr. Boo.
I love it. Oh, it's like a suitcase.
Oh.
Very artistic folder.
I feel like a sort of young executive, you know, about to go to the office.
Very that.
In the 1980s, you know. Oh, box is blown away. Well, how exciting. So, presumably in here, we've got something, cables maybe. Yeah, there's the charging cable. Let's see how this unpacks. So you undo a couple of clips here. Famous last words. Press. Maybe if I pressed that would work better. Press. Unclip. Press. Unclip. And
oh.
I better come to the front of the table, as Anthea Redfern used to say in the Generation Game. I'm not sure she did, but it all feels very like the Generation Game. Look at this. Wow. Oh, I think I might have it upside down. So your little executive case unpacks, and you ever seen that Charlie Chaplin sketch with the wallpaper table?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the pantomime slop table, isn't it, this moment? And I don't know if you can see behind here, Mr. Boo, with the camera. Do you want to come behind here and see these? So
okay.
These are, oh, it's a bit windy to go solar. These little velcroed bits pull out
and turn into legs.
Which props up, in theory, your
that is very clever.
Solar panel. So there we are now facing the sun. Well, we're facing the sky. I don't think we're quite facing the sun. I think we have to re-angle it.
Bonjour, pardon.
Pour info, le drone, vous n'allez pas le faire voler?
Non, c'est juste pour tout charger. C'est une pile.
Pas une vidéo pour YouTube.
Oui.
Ah, vous chargez avec le...
Oui. On fait les expériences avec une pile électrique.
Parce que juste pour info, si vous voulez faire voler le drone, il faut une
Non.
autorisation.
Non.
On peut pas.
Il y a beaucoup de choses.
C'est
à faire,
interdit.
C'est interdit, ouais.
Allez, nickel. Bon courage. Hein.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. He was a very nice policeman, wasn't he?
We love the police of
He was
France.
very worried that we were going to fly the drone. And of course, in France, there are strict laws about flying the drone in areas like this. Well, most areas really, even though this is a 250-gram drone. Anyway, so here is our solar panel. So now our next step, Mr. Boo, is to position it facing the sun and to wire it into this. Now, I took a look at the instructions, and I think technically you should not bring power in whilst taking power out. Now,
Okay.
I think you probably would get away with a couple of small devices. You may well get away with all these devices, but we don't want to risk blowing it up at this point.
On day one.
On day one. So we may, in a little while, unplug some of these when we've taken more power out of it, and then plug the solar panel in. But let's now position the solar panel. It's a little bit tricky in the wind. I have to say, it's not showing any sign of blowing over. It's just user error. There we go. So there's the drone. There's the sun, facing the sun. Need to just position this leg a bit better. I'll be selling vacuum cleaners next, Mr. Boo.
That's the thought. Please send us a vacuum cleaner because somebody needs to clean the car.
The car is absolutely filthy, it's true. Okay, so that's that, and we now have to work out how to wire this into this and unplug all this. And we'll
Join us after the break.
We'll then do an assessment of how much power we've taken out of this and see how much we can get back into here. So we've taken quite a bit of power out of this now, and we're going to attempt to charge it on solar. Quick tip, you shouldn't leave this out in the sun, but just for demonstration purposes we're going to have it in the sun. So you simply plug this into the back here, into the input, and then you connect these two strange things to the cables of the solar panel.
Pink to pink, black to black.
Black to black, that's it, black to black, pink to pink. And hopefully, if we now move the Bluetti down into the shade, we should be able to see on the monitor that indeed you can see there 74, 80, 84, 86, 88, 91, 92, 94, 95 watts are going into it. So that's quite a rate. It is, I think, 120 watt maximum charge, I think, from the solar. I think it probably tops out for safety reasons at about 110 or something. But yeah, 97 is going in now. So I'll put on the screen the actual hard and fast facts and figures of how long technically this takes for a full recharge, etc. But we are definitely recharging. So when we've got that back to full, the next stage will be to try and put some charge into the car. Now, nobody is under any illusions. This small battery is not going to recharge this huge battery. But what it might do, is give you enough charge to, say, get another kilometre, another 2 kilometres, which might stop you having to get a recovery truck to come and tow you to the nearest charge station.
And it might keep you out of turtle mode.
And it might keep you out of turtle mode. And nobody wants to go into turtle mode. Not even Mr. Boo.
Not even me.
So, let's take a look. We are still charging at a rate of 92 going in there. So let's now disconnect that and let's try the ultimate test. Can we make it charge Elton? Okay, so it's time for the ultimate test. And Halloween, how are you feeling about the ultimate test? She seems very calm.
Well, that's good.
So let us now take our... Oh, no, we're not going out, Weens. Just getting the cable. Take our little cable here and bring it through here and turn off the Bluetti and then plug in here the cable of the car and wait for the explosion.
What fun.
I'm a bit nervous. Let's get the Bluetti level. I don't think you're meant to have it sideways on. And press the AC. And yes, it's come on.
Really?
And it's gone off.
Oh.
Fault E36. So I think that means, I'm going to unplug it for safety and for Halloween. I think that probably means that this is not a big enough output capacity to charge the Ami. I think when it got to about 420, 400 watt drawn, that is when it tripped.
Oh,
yeah?
right.
So I think if one was to use this, the only way would be to get something that would reduce the draw from the car, or to get a bigger Bluetti. Now, if you take a look on YouTube, I've seen a guy charge a Tesla with a Bluetti power bank, but it was definitely a bigger, more expensive version of this. So, slight fail at the last, but given the price of this, given the compactness of this, it was probably asking too much that we could charge the car as well. But what it is absolutely brilliant for is charging all our devices, and if we carry our solar paneling with us, we're never going to be able to run out of power in theory, unless the sun goes in, Mr. Boo.
Which, looking at the forecast this week, seems unlikely. I think we'll have enough sun for our trip.
So we're very excited about our Italy trip, and we hope you will join us on it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. Thanks for all your likes. Thanks for all your coffees. We will see you after you've had a great week on the next one. Bye.
Bye.